Swing trading is essentially a short-term trading strategy. It's holding a stock anywhere from longer than a day but no longer than 2 weeks. There are many swing trading strategies, and I'll be showing you guys the one that I use. So in order to execute this strategy well, you're going to need two things. One is a good trading platform, specifically one that gives you pre-market and aftermarket access. This means you'll be able to make trades before the market opens and also after the market closes. As you can see here, I'm using TD Ameritrade's platform Thinkorswim, but there are many other good platforms out there. E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Interactive Broker, Fidelity. These are other good platforms that give you pre-market and aftermarket access. The next thing you're going to want is a good trading volume. I'd recommend anything from $5,000 to $10,000, but if you don't have that much, $1,000, $2,000 will also work. But having this larger volume gives you more access to other stocks and will also give you a bigger impact when you get these smaller percentages. So now that you got your trading account ready to go, the first thing you're going to need to do is set up a swing trading watch list. This pretty much is going to be made up of stocks that qualify for swing trading. In picking the stocks that you want to swing trade, I'd recommend you pick good companies. Not only stocks that you'd want to hold for a day, but stocks that you'd trust investing in. Companies with competitive advantages are ones that I'd recommend. The best way to look for these advantages is in an earnings report. You want to look at these earnings reports and compare them with their competitors and see if they do have competitive advantages. You can find a lot of resources online that help you interpret an earnings report. One that I like is the Warren Buffett and Interpretations of Financial Statements book. That book helped me learn a lot about how to read earnings, but you can find a lot of other resources online. When you're picking these stocks, it's also important that you're picking stocks from different sectors. The two that I really like to play are infotech and consumer discretionary, but I always look at least 7 other sectors and make sure I'm watching most of the market. Once you got a list of good companies you'd like to swing trade, the next step is looking at their predictability or their volatility. Pretty much we want to find out, is this stock good for trading risk to reward wise? Can we expect a bigger reward to a smaller risk in a trade? Examples of stocks with high volatility and low predictability is one SLV here you can see on the left. You can see that the stock has been all over the place and that sometimes it does gap up on some green days or setups, but other times it gaps down. And you can see that it's very hard to tell where it's going, and really I wouldn't trust this stock for a swing trade because the risk on some of these setups have been very high. Another one is Twitter. I used to swing trade this stock, but I got burnt out too many times off some setups I tried to trust. So trading this stock is another one you can see that it has failed randomly, or it doesn't technically gap overnight, which you'll see is what I like to play. The last and most important qualifier I think that you need in this stock is a good volume. What you need is not only high volume of traders that can make up your position, but also a high volume that can get you in and out in the after and pre-market. Up here you can see I have 2 examples of stocks, one on the left here, purple, which is a bad volume stock, and one on the right, which is probably the best volume stock, Apple. If you look at purple on the 5-minute chart, you can see here that the volume is very, very limited in the pre-market and aftermarket here. There's almost very little to no trading going on here. While if you look at the 5-minute on Apple, you can see that the volume is very high and that there is a lot of trading going on in the aftermarket and pre-market. This is what we need to see to make sure the stock is good for swing trading. Hopefully now you have an idea on what you need to get started on swing trading, and also what stocks you should be looking for to swing trade. Next week I'll be covering the rest of the how to swing trade video, which will include how to find the stocks that are in play on your watch list, how to find the one stock that you should be swing trading, and then also how to set up your entry and exit. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe below.